Hello, good evening and welcome. You're watching Times Now. I'm Sagarika Mitra. A massive controversy has erupted over India's leading eyewear brand Lenskart's internal grooming guide. A viral document appears to show that while hijab and turban were allowed for Lenskart employees, bindi and tilak were not. And that single contrast has triggered a full-blown storm. Now, let's first look at what the viral document claimed. According to netizens, as per this particular grooming guide that surfaced online, black turban was allowed, black hijab was allowed, but religious tika, bindi, tilak, even kalava threads and also stone rings were not permitted. This has led to a simple but explosive question being asked. Why are some religious symbols allowed and others restricted? But even as the outrage built, Lenskart CEO Piyush Bansal stepped in with a detailed clarification. He has said that the document being shared is an outdated internal training material and does not reflect the company's current policy. He admitted that the document contained an incorrect line about bindi and tilak, and he also said that that line should have never been there. We are going to now take you through what Piyush Bansal said. This is the statement that he's put out online after the controversy erupted. He calls this is an admission coming in. This is an outdated internal training document. Then also admits that, yes, it contained an incorrect line about bindi and tilak. He also goes on to admit that, yes, they discovered the document in February itself before the controversy even erupted. And back then, February itself had taken down the document. And as CEO, he also says that the responsibility for such lapses is mine and that Lenskart does not restrict any kind of religious expression. So this is the statement coming in from Lenskart, and team members are free to express their beliefs. This is what the CEO of Lenskart has to say. There is an apology that has come in, but there are many questions that are being asked. The backlash has been swift and the backlash has been sharp. Netizens have called out what they see as selective discrimination. Some have also asked who drafted this document in the first place and how did it even pass. Others have gone on further, questioning whether this reflects a deeper bias against Hindu identity. So there are calls for accountability. There are also demands for a boycott online. Now, this reaction on social media has been intense. Some have gotten very emotional and also politically charged. Piyush Bansal has also revealed that this was an issue that was actually identified. Now, we are going to take you through more aspects of Piyush Bansal's statement. Let's put that out. He says that, yes, this is an inaccurate policy document. This was the first statement that came in where Piyush Bansal said that this is an inaccurate document that has come out. The document does not reflect our guidelines. No restrictions on religious expression. Then he also goes on to say that there are no restrictions imposed on bindi or on tilak, but the internal grooming guide that came out shows otherwise. Then we continue to review our guidelines regularly, and grooming policy has evolved over the years. Outdated versions don't represent who we are today. This is what the CEO of Lenskart has to say. We apologize for the confusion and also the concerns that have been raised. Team members wear their faith proudly. This is what Piyush Bansal says. And Lenskart is built in Bharat by Indians, for Indians, and tradition of that our people carry is part of who we are. Now, this is the statement coming in. But yes, even after this clarification that has come in, there are multiple questions that are being asked. Before we get you those reactions once again, let's take you through this report filed by my colleague Rucha, who was in Mumbai. She tried speaking to some employees who work at a store in Mumbai, at a Lenskart store in Mumbai. This is what happened. Take a look.
Big controversy surrounding Lenskart, a giant eyewear, is growing, and it all started with one of the internal documents of the brand went viral on social platforms. The document allegedly showed that the employees can wear hijab and turbans, but wearing bindi, tilak or kalava is not allowed. And as you can imagine, that started the big backlash on various social platforms, and people directly started questioning the brand. If one religious symbol is is allowed, then why other are being restricted? And many users accuse the company of double standards and demanded an explanation from the management. And now, as the outrage kept growing, Piyush Bansal, the CEO of the brand, spoke on social platform on X. He said that the document that is going viral is inaccurate and does not reflect Lenskart's current policy. And he also said that the grooming rules have changed over the years, and the older document should not be seen as the company's present position. But at this point, there is no updated document that can be seen on any of the Lenskart's social platforms, which is why many users online are saying that if the document is old, why does it show February 2026 date? And people have also asked the company to make their current policy public so there is clarity among all. And now also remember Lenskart, which is one of the India's biggest eyewear company, eyewear brand, is witnessing a lot of momentum in markets also, with its shares nearly touching 545 rupees. So naturally, this controversy has drawn even more attention.
Now, this is no longer about one document. This is no longer about an internal policy that the CEO says is incorrect and is outdated. This now has become about perception. Even if the policy is outdated, the question that many people are asking is, how did such a policy exist in the very first place? And why did it take a viral moment or for outrage on social media for it to come out in public focus? This is why the debate has shifted from policy to principle. Can a corporate decide what form of religious expression is actually acceptable? And where does one draw the line between professional grooming and also personal faith? Most importantly, can any policy afford to even appear selective in a country as diverse as India? My colleagues are also with us, joining me on this broadcast. So Rucha is joining us from Mumbai, and also Kritika is joining us from Delhi. Kritika, there is a statement, and a detailed one. Two statements by Piyush Bansal. One where he said that this is an incorrect document, and yes, this is an outdated policy document, and we acknowledge what has happened, but we also want to say we don't stand for this, and that line shouldn't have ever been there. But you know, is this damage control or is this genuine policy correction?
Well, let's take that question directly to, in fact, some of the consumers as well as people who are joining us currently. So in the Lenskart controversy, we're seeing that now Piyush Bansal has released a statement. He's saying that this was a miss. This policy did exist, but it does not reflect the principles of Lenskart. What do you make of this sort of a differential religious symbol being allowed to be showcased by people?
Yeah, so firstly, since we know that India follows a model of secularism that says principal distance from all religion and non-interference, but we are seeing that from past, in fact, since independence, it has been followed that there is pacifism in favor of one religion, and there is intolerance against one religion. So I'm not saying that people should not be allowed to wear their religious symbols, but everyone should be treated equally in that regard, and secularism should never mean anti-Hinduism, or it should never means that we should be differentially treating the religions based on their identity or the political alignment that we share.
Right. So we've seen that a huge controversy even on social media as well. People in splits, mostly the controversy, and in fact the criticism is also against how can one form of a religious symbol be allowed? How can hijabs be allowed? At the same time, bindis and tilaks explicitly people are being debarred from showcasing that. How does that make you feel?
See, I think this is very common, specifically in the modern intellectuals, the self-proclaimed intellectuals, that they think that Hinduism is a form of regressive practice, and all other religions, in the name of the tolerance, or in the name of the accommodating, or in the name of being inclusive, we are so much blinded that even if, like the TCS controversy that has happened, so people's first reaction, I'm only targeting the pseudo intellectuals. Their first reaction is that they are pointing towards the Islamophobia in this regard. So this shows that you are biased to such an extent that when it comes to a religion that is non-Hindu, then you treat them as a minority and your approach becomes different. But when it comes to Hinduism, you are so much anti-religion, you are so much anti-Hindu that in fact in many hotels as well we are seeing that.
Right, so this is also what you're pointing out as a larger, in fact, a trend that the gentleman here who has joined us is sort of witnessing.
And
That is
why,
not
Kritika,
just
many
restricted
are
to say
asking,
one.
like netizens are also asking, this cannot be a one-off policy. It is pointing to a deeper cultural blind spot inside organizations. Hina, my colleague, will also join us to take us through what netizens are saying. But let me go across to Rucha. Rucha, you were at one of the stores of Lenskart. You tried speaking to some employees, but yes, they weren't willing to speak on camera. But let's talk about what Lenskart has said. The CEO of Lenskart says that yes, this is a lapse. That line shouldn't have been there. But can one deny that the perception that has been built is that of selective targeting?
Well, definitely there's anger among the people. When we spoke with some of the citizens in Mumbai, and in fact, we spoke with some of the customers of Lenskart, they did not like the update that this brand only allows some religion to perform, to wear their traditional hijab, or it may be turban, but bindi is not allowed. Then definitely there's anger among the people, and even on social platforms, how we are seeing that they are now targeted the brand. In fact, we also got one of the reactions saying that this is definitely going to affect the brand, the Hindus, which are now being targeted by the brand, as they are not allowed to wear the dhaga on their hand or the bindi on their forehead. It is definitely going to affect the brand, and Hindus will no longer be
Right. So let's also go across to Hina. Hina, take us through the reactions that are coming in online.
Well, you know, netizens are clearly getting angry over these list of do's and don'ts that has now gone viral. Let's take you through some of the reactions that we've got for our viewers. So one of the Twitter users says, this is the reality. Hindu identities are blatantly discriminated at Lenskart. Don't understand how it got passed in the first place. Who really authorized it? And this person has also put out this particular page from the policy document, which talks about how bindi, tika not allowed, but hijab is allowed. Then you've got SP Ved also saying he should be named, shamed and boycotted.
Yes.